everyone, this is Smotîs here, and I'm here with Smotîs Having Fun, Game 2, because the last, I guess this is kind of Game 3, but the last Game 2 got deleted because the person he was playing against was kind of raging, and yeah, and he wrote some bad words, and YouTube took the video down because of that. I'm just gonna put myself on busy real quick, and I'm back, just like that. Yeah, so we're gonna have Protoss versus Zerg on Daybreak, and we have Smotîs in the bottom left, and we have Sparrows in the top right as the blue Protoss. So yeah, it looks because of the pylon placement, I guess there's gonna be a force fast expand, which is kind of the way to go. And now Sparrows voting GG too. I don't know why. Perhaps he think he has lost already because he's Zerg maybe. Yeah, gonna scout here. Gonna realize there's no pull down yet. There's gonna be one coming now. No hatch first. That's kind of normal. Both hatch first and pull first is normal against Protoss. Sometimes you can get a hatch first, but most often it's a pull first. You want to be sure that you can get the expansion down without being delayed by the probe, and you don't want to get cannon rushed. Forge going down before Nexus for the Protoss guys, Sparrows. Could mine some minerals, go back into his main, leave them there, and then go back. Squeeze out an extra 5 minerals before he starts to build his Nexus. A little bit of a pylon here, gonna delay his expansion, but it's also gonna delay Smotîs' expansion. And it seems like he's going to all in with pylons, that kinda noob. Yeah. Good that Smotîs sees this at least. It's just gonna do what you need to do when this happens. Although it seems to have some problems doing that. Although his timing is kinda good, so he get a lot of attacks every time he's attacking. That looks really funny, dude. Good sir. So, gateway gonna come down here, I don't know why. He's gonna lose it because it seems like Smotîs is kind of successful in breaking out. He could lose a couple of drones here, although drones regen, so they don't get 2 hit, they only get 3 hit. So I don't think it's gonna do too much damage. And he pulls away the damage drones, but not. Oh, and he focus fires the last drone. That's BM, dude. Gonna clean this up. Gonna lose a lot of drones though. Might have been worth it. He's gonna get a bit of an economic advantage now that his expansion is down. But he has invested so much into this, so his expansion is gonna be so late. I think it's gonna be worth it because it kill a lot of drones, as we can see here, 8 drones killed. Although he could have pulled it off and killed a couple more, I think. Although that was a pretty good defense by Smotîs. 6 Link's gonna be able to put on a lot of pressure here, except that there's a cannon here, so they're not gonna be able to, sorry. And he chrono boost out a supply block to sell it. He's not gonna be able to do anything because of that cannon guarding the probe, and the probe is like, oh, thank you, cannon. Thank you, cannon. So yeah. Both of them are just getting their expansions up. It seems like Sparrows is a bit ahead in both the supply and probes. His initial zealot is going out to scout. And because his expansion and everything was kind of delayed, this warp gate is going to be super delayed, and he's chrono boosting this 7S core even though he don't have the gas for starting the warp gate. So I'm like, a little more than a half wasted chrono boost, I guess. A little more than that, like 2/3 wasted. Sad. Smotîs is kind of catching up in supply, although Sparrows has a far advantage in workers, but supply is getting kind of even. Although Sparrows is a little bit more of an advantage right now. I'm trying to micro his Sargans for him. And he holds it off with only losing one Sargan. That's nice. Yeah. He's gonna have a defensive sentry here. Yeah, he skipped the Stalker. So yeah, he's gonna have a bit of force field if anything happens, and he can just start generating energy on that. Just currently boosting out some of the score a bit more. Starting to get in percentages. Smotîs is getting a bit closer here, although you don't want to make that many spine crawls when you're this far behind in workers, I don't think. Could be fine, I don't know. If we can look here in spending, the Protoss spent a lot more on everything because he's got a lot more minerals during this game. And gas, of course. And he's ahead in mineral and gas income, although the minerals are getting kind of even out now. Yes, the minerals are even. And the third expansion was cancelled. I don't know what happened there. Maybe he lost it. I think he just cancelled it. So some kind of 2-base all-in play coming here from Smotîs. He's got 2 gas on 2 base. I'm not really sure what he's trying to do. He's just gonna try to drone up, it seems like. Maybe he went to delay that expansion just to get some more drones. I don't know about that. Bet he's gonna do a 2-base all-in play because of how this looks. So yeah, +1 gonna finish up now. Gonna push with 5 settles and 5 sentries with +1. So it's gonna 2-hit Zerglings and gonna be quite good shape against any roaches. Maybe not super good shape, but it's gonna have some force fields to totally annihilate those roaches so easily. Smotîs is gonna spine up a lot because, well, why not? Yeah. Probe here looks like it's kind of got damage. I guess it was first to towers and the Zerglings were there. I totally missed that. Maybe could have got a free probe kill. But he saw that push coming with the Zerglings at the towers, so he's gonna know this is coming, and this is why he has so many spine crawlers. So he's going Turtle Zerg with an Infestation Pit and Spire, so maybe he's gonna go Broodlord Rush on 2 bases. That would be totally sick, dude. Yeah, gonna realize that's the real strong force, and Sparrows is gonna realize you don't wanna go into a wall with 9 spike crawlers. And it's gonna see also that there's no third up, so it's gonna suspect something. Just because of the Spire and the Infestation Pit getting put down at the same time, there must be Broodlords coming. I can't see anything else coming. Just because then he can get Hive now, if that's what he's going to do, and then he can start getting... No, he's actually going Pathogen Glands. So yeah, I don't know what he's trying to do here. Because if you want to have fun in 2-base, you gotta Broodlord Rush, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we're gonna have a Spire and Pathogen Glands coming. The Zerglings are gonna be able to clean this pylon up, and the probe. No more proxies here. And third is gonna get taken, but there's a Stalker here. That might be a little bit of a problem for these drones. No, the hatchery is getting planted down anyways. But at least the Zerglings are gonna get a little bit mad. And the Stalker did get a drone kill. You always have to remember that. He did get a drone kill. So workers killed so far. The probe that he just killed off with the Zerglings at the pylon, and he lost another drone in that engagement right there. And Smotîs is gonna see that Protoss has a third base up before he has his third base. So that will be really bad for him. And yeah, these Zerglings are just gonna walk around, seeing that this is kinda stupid. And that is really far behind in economy and army. But we do see corruptors getting produced now, and we're getting the hive. So maybe we're gonna get broodlords. But then he wasted a lot of gas on pathogen glands, and he hasn't made any infestors. So yeah, we're gonna see greater spire here, almost on 2 base. Third base is just gonna be up, and it's gonna have to saturate that with some drones. Mostly on the gas, although he seems to be aware of that he needs more gas, so that's why he has so much. I've never seen this play before, especially not against Phoenix. I guess we did have a Stargate here. So he's kind of making a couple of Phoenixes here. He's soon gonna have 4. He has 3 right now. So yeah. He has 9 corruptors right now. It's quite good. Yeah, he's getting +1 attack. I guess he's kind of trying to go for most broodlord on 2 or 3 base. Yeah, but I'm not really sure how this is going to work, especially when he goes Phoenix, and he's gonna realize that right now. And see that he goes Phoenix, and he has to lift this changeling up, or he can just kill it with a stalker, not wasting any energy. Gonna maybe try to snipe a Phoenix, but that's not gonna work. And I think he realized that. Is he gonna morph his broodlords right here? That would be so awesome, but too risky, but still awesome. Let's see what he's going to do with these corruptors. It must be broodlords, because he made a great spire, and he's probably trying to 2 base cheese, I think, but not 3 bases, of course. And I bet there are gonna be broodlords coming right now. That's probably what he's saving up his minerals for. In +2 melee and +1 armor, adrenal glands. That's gonna go broodlord Ling on Daybreak versus Protoss, and he's making some broodlords. And these overlords are having a really intense conversation. They're like, oh, look at this evolution shape, he's getting +2 attack upgrades and all of that. So those overlords are really having a fun time, you know. I know Phoenix don't do much damage against broodlords, but still, they do damage against broodlords, and broodlords aren't able to attack back. So I hope he's gonna save some corruptors for that. But he's got a lot of links and broodlords already. Let's look at all of these army supply. Quite even in favor of the Protoss, with about 20. Not so much though. He's a little bit ahead in workers still. Haven't really caught up in that, although I think drone production is stopped right now, just because of him having 3 bases right now, almost fully saturated. And he's got +1/+1 so far on his ground attacks, melee, and he's gonna realize that it's maybe gonna be killed, I don't know. It's gonna be quite close. And he's gonna see all this army right here. You can see it all right now. And he has adrenal glands. So Starlings will do 20% more damage. Or will do damage 20% faster. And these broodlords are kinda in a bad position, but I think it's gonna be okay, especially when the Starlings come in here and run. Although there are DTs in here, maybe it's probably gonna be able to kill off all Zerglings, but that's not gonna matter so much because the corruptors are gonna clean up the colossus and probably the phoenixes too. I don't know, maybe not. No, if the stalkers are gonna attack the corruptors, his phoenix are gonna be free to kill all the broodlords. So we really need to focus fire the corruptors now because he's gonna lose his ground army. There's no talk about it. He needs to focus fire down the corruptors so his phoenix can take out the rest. But that's not gonna happen, and looks like this army is getting kind of crushed. Although the DTs can't be crushed because they are invisible. And the rest of it gets killed though. And if you look at the units lost, we have twice the resources lost for the Protoss player, rather than the Zerg. And the two DTs are going to go in here and focus down this third base. That's so lame, dude. And I think he's going to be able to get it, because making more Overseer doesn't make the get produced faster. They're still going to take that long time. And the DTs are gonna get away. No, they're not. What were I thinking? Oh, yeah. So 4 Overseers out for Smotîs gonna be able to spot at all bases. That's very nice by him. Doing that. He's gonna have some broodlords engaging these stalkers. That's not a good plan. Although it's getting nice around with his links though. That might be a bad blink by him, but I think it's still gonna be worth it if he blinks once more under here, and gonna be able to take out a bit more stuff. He's gonna lose a lot of stalkers though. I don't know. It's kind of starting to turn back in Smotîs' favor, because he's got a lot of Zerglings there doing a lot of damage. +2/+2, and adrenal glands already. So cracklings with 2/2, and that's really powerful. So yeah, only 3 broodlords left, I think. Maybe more on the map. No, 3 broodlords and 90 drones. Yeah, not 19, 90. So that's a lot for him. So he's going to be able to separate these 4 bases quite good when they are up. Then he's just gonna have 3 mining ones. He could transfer like this many drones to this third along this mine. At least that, instead of just having them waste time in the main. But now the third is up, so that will be even more effective. I bet he's gonna realize this quite soon. Lot of Zerglings here, gonna make 5 more broodlords. That's nice. So it looks like he's kinda going mass broodlord Ling on this map. Yeah. Gonna make another broodlord. It's starting to get madness right now. So it's gonna have 10 broodlords when all of these are done. And these stalkers could be in a very bad position unless this High Templar. Oh, he's got High Templars with Storm. I saw that on the production tab, but I didn't really think about it. What that was. I'm not so herp, I don't see this. And so you could get a couple of nice storms on these broodlords, and be dropping to 7 frames. And though it doesn't, oh, there's a good storm. That's a really good storm. He needs to dodge out right now. And yeah, everything trying to fight on. I think that I don't see that much damage getting dealt right now. And the Lynx finally coming in here. That was a little bit late, I think. Just coming in and just surrounding these stalkers and doing a lot of damage to them. And unfortunately wasting 1 storm there by double casting them. But that doesn't do more damage, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna take out those Phoenix with the Corruptors, and the Broodlords are kinda gonna own these Stalkers, but the DTs could snipe this expansion once more, if it doesn't realize there's DTs here. And this expansion is gonna get taken out once more, and the DTs are gonna kill some Broodlings just to get more kills. That's like just killing people and capturing the flag and not claiming the objective. Looks like Phoenix is here, just to annoy, because it's not gonna do much against Corruptors, you know. Corruptors are quite good against Phoenix. The DT is getting finally taken out. Units lost. Well, that's kind of misleading, because Zerg having more units than Protoss and Broodlings. Let's go to the resource lost though. Well, that tells a story, you know. It's a lot of units lost. So yeah, this is kind of doing something Stalker Archon-ish. Maybe I would have liked to see some Void Rays getting made out of the Stargate to do some good damage against those Broodlords. Just a couple, nothing over investing, just out of one Stargate. Maybe we should go like Sky Toss, start going Sky Toss and switch into Carrier Void Ray Mothership. Maybe. Though the Corruptors could be a pain in the back hole sometimes. A bunch of Zerglings gonna run in here. About 5 rows of Zerglings. Just gonna stand here. Look how big the army is. Gonna see that it's not that big, but not too small either. So he's gonna back his Broodlords off, and he's getting a fleet beacon or bacon. So fleet bacon coming up. So he's probably gonna make a mothership or carriers. I don't know. I would say mothership, since he only has one Stargate, so I don't think there's gonna be any carriers coming. It could be though. Later, he will have the fleet beacon take up at least, and level 3 armor for the Broodlords coming up. I wonder why. Yeah, it's 3/3 for the melee ground. So he's not worried about upgrading this damage on the Broodlords, just worrying about the armor, making them survive longer and letting the Broodlings do some damage. Yeah, the Protoss grabbing the Zerg's expansion. He don't have any choice. He needs to expand this ballsy, but it's gonna get scouted and taken out. I think he knew that was gonna happen sooner or later, but you have to take these risks when you need expansions. He don't even bother saving that. He shouldn't. Totally shouldn't. This is a really good position for the Zerg, especially when he has 3 infestors in this position. He can bungle 3 times here. He could have bungled the Stalkers earlier and made them unable to blink under the Broodlords, but yeah. I don't think it's gonna matter really. There's a lot of Broodlords here, and he doesn't have anything airish that can't be attacked by the Broodlords. He needs something that can't be attacked by the Broodlords to attack them, like Voiders or something. Maybe carriers. Just a couple of them, just to focus them down, to give the other units something else to get distracted by. And I think these units are gonna get owned by the Broodlords. A lot of Broodlords are gonna go down, but I don't think it's gonna be worth it. Especially when you look at in the units last tab, you will see that's right. And a lot more Broodlords gonna be made. And this is kinda more or less just mass Broodlord. And there's a lot GG Lords and Windfesters. That's another way to put it. So yeah, a lot of Broodlord Zerglings and no Infestor energy. No energy on the Infestors for Fungal. About 10 away on this Infestor. And these cannons are going to get shelled away, and we're gonna open the units last time for this battle. Let's see how this one goes. Kinda getting even out, and this is when the Protoss start to plummet a lot. And yeah, GG Lords and Windfesters are quite good, you know. And that's kinda it. Bye guys.